Hi everyone, this is Tim. I hope you're all well. I'm going to talk to you today about a book that I really liked when I was about 10, I think. When I was younger, and in fact today, I really liked funny books, and I remember really enjoying The Twit and Mr. Magnolia, and I really like the Mr. Gum books, which I think are really funny. But when I was about 10, my uncle gave me a book that had been written quite a long time ago, even before I was born, so probably about 50 years ago now, called The Complete Molesworth. And this book is about this boy called Nigel Molesworth who goes to a really terrible school called St Custard's. It's a little bit like Horace Henry, but he's older, and also he tells the story himself. So on the first page you can see it says, "This is me, Nigel Molesworth," and you can see he looks really grumpy because he hates school. He goes to an old-fashioned boarding school where the masters, the teachers, used to shout at the boys and beat them, and there was a lot of fighting and bullying, and he had to do subjects that he didn't like Latin and algebra. But it's a very funny book, and one of the reasons it's really funny is the pictures. So that was a picture of Nigel. This is another good picture. This is the school dog. I like the expression on the school dog's face. And underneath the picture of the school dog it says, "Our school dog thinking he is planning to dash across the pitch and pinch the cricket ball, then bite the umpire in the leg," which was super. So Nigel has friends and enemies at school, but he spends a lot of time making up stories and daydreaming, and he has a lot of good ideas like writing his own school report, or writing stories where he goes out into space with his friend and zaps the school from a space rocket. And another thing I really liked in here was Nigel's idea for thank you letters, because when I was little, after Christmas or birthday, I had to write loads of thank you letters, and it used to take me quite a long time. I didn't really like doing it, but my mum said it's polite, so I had to do it. And in the Molesworth book, he has this, which is called the Molesworth Self-Adjusting Thank You Letter. And his idea is that you copy this letter and just cross out the words that you don't need. So at the beginning it says, "Dear Aunt, Uncle, Stinker, Gran, Clot, Pen Pal, thank you very much for the train tractor, germ gun, kite, delicious present, sweets, space pistol, toy socks." And you just cross out all the stuff you don't need. So I remember one year when I was about 10 or 11, I asked my dad to photocopy this in his office, and then I sent this letter to all my friends and relations, and hopefully they realised it was a joke and didn't think that I was just being really rude. Another thing I really liked about this book is because it's supposed to be written by Nigel Molesworth himself, it's full of spelling mistakes. So on the front cover, complete is spelt wrong, and school is always spelt SKOOL, and lots of other words are spelt wrong. There's lots of capital letters missing, and I thought, wow, this is a real book, and it's full of spelling mistakes and ink splodges and things that have gone wrong. I didn't think you could get away with that, so I found that really interesting. Here's another picture I like. So, like I said, back at school in the 1950s and 60s, people, boys particularly, because this was a boys' school, would really have been caned. And this picture shows a selection of canes that the headmaster at St Custard's might have used. And it's a joke, but it's kind of not a joke because children really did get caned back in those days. So I remember reading this book over and over, and there's still bits in it that I think are really, really funny, particularly the illustrations. As a good example of an ink splodge. Don't know why that's there. And even though there was lots of it that I didn't really understand, I just thought Nigel Molesworth was quite incredible. And you can see from how my book slightly changed colour. The pages at the beginning have gone a different colour. I don't know why, but I think it's just because I've read that first bit over and over again. Anyway, I loved this book when I was little, and I still love it now, and I'm really happy that my uncle gave it to me. See you all soonish, I hope. Bye-bye.